What's up, guys? CJ from Team Millennium Ninja here, back this week after the break last week, and oh boy, do we have an episode to talk about today. So strap yourselves in for the climactic conclusion to the epic two-parter, Fakes Attract Lies. Now, the first half of this episode covers exactly what I was hoping for last week, with the aftermath of Zenigata being arrested and Yata and Ari trying to prove his innocence. Really adding a lot to both of these characters, finally giving Yata his first real chance to shine, and I thought he did great in this episode. From him being angry and belligerent in the beginning, needing to be calmed down by Ari and scolded by Zenigata, to him getting to show off his self-defense skills in the alley. Not gonna lie though, I was really hoping that he got his ass kicked in this scene. I just thought it would be hilarious for him to have that cool lead in only to be undercut by him not being able to back up his actions. Ultimately though, the other guys did get him back after Ari is taken hostage, which she escapes from pretty easily, which I felt was a little dumb because if she could do so easily, why didn't she do it earlier before Yata was getting wrecked by the other guys? Either way, she ends up escaping and helping Yata, who ends up getting cut by one of the knives anyway, trying to save Ari, which was another weird choice because he didn't try to catch the guy's arm or anything. He just jumped in front of him and let him cut him with the knife. But I know I might seem a little bit harsh on this scene right now, and that's for good reason, because I thought the rest of this episode was superb. But this scene, not just in terms of what I've talked about so far, but also in terms of the animation, seems to have really missed the mark. And unfortunately, I can't show you guys the clip here for reference without fear of TMS coming after me, so instead I'm going to put a little subscribe icon down there. But the animation in this scene, and really overall in the episode, though it was much more noticeable in this scene with all the action, was kind of bad. The action didn't flow well and it felt stilted and like it wasn't storyboarded correctly, which is a real shame as I think the animation in season 2 has been really great so far. And this only serves to bring down what I might have considered the best episode so far in this part. Though despite the animation, it probably still is my favorite episode so far. Now, getting back to the plot, Yata and Ari are still looking for clues to try and clear Zenigata's name, checking Hazel's apartment and looking through her records, unfortunately still coming up shorthanded. And it's while looking through the records that Ari drops a huge reveal as she notices the newspaper article that initially drew Lupin's attention last episode, noting that she also had a tutor named Tomoe who wore a kimono, and giving us a flashback to a time where Tomoe saved her as a kid. Having Tomoe show up while she's being harassed by some delinquents, ultimately having them arrested by the police that she assumedly called beforehand, saying something that basically all but confirms that she's Lupin's biological mother, saying that she can't actually put her life on the line to protect her students even though she sees them as her children because she's not actually their real mother, which is quite a bombshell to drop after what Hazel had said last episode, and who knows what implications this could have moving forward. For now though, Yata and Ari seem to have reached a dead end of clues, when by luck one of the women that gave them the documents earlier informs them of what happened with the guy that Lupin caught making the deepfakes last episode, realizing after a chat with Zenigata that they have all they need to clear his name. Finding out who the paparazzo stalking Hazel was and going through his pictures, revealing a shadowy figure in white jumping the fence shortly before Zenigata had arrived, clearing Zenigata's name and making him a free man once again. There's also this part of the episode with the paparazzo guy where Yata gets angry at him and Ari hits him with the chair for very little reason. It's a strange scene. But after a job well done, Yata and Ari go out to dinner to celebrate with some gourmet romantic tension, drinking perhaps just a bit too much, ending up in their hotel room talking about how much they respect Zenigata and how Ari also respects Yata, leading to Yata saying that he'll protect Ari, which kills the whole mood, and I love it. Just when you thought they were gonna hook up, the writers throw a curveball, and it's not for some contrived reason either. It's built up perfectly in the episode from all the way back to where they fought the guys in the street. And Yata saying that to Ari here just makes her feel worthless and burdensome, and she wants to show that she can keep up with him and Zenigata. So she does some extra research after Yata goes to sleep, and that's when she finds something very interesting about the assailant. Zooming in on an already blurry picture, she's able to make out perfectly clearly. Yeah, I'm sorry to nitpick, but this whole zoom and enhance cliche is just so dumb, and I hate it. Especially after they made a point to say that the picture was blurry in the first place. But zooming in, she sees a bracelet on the assailant's wrist, one that looks pretty similar to the one that Lupin bought Mattea last episode. I fucking knew it! I fucking knew Mattea was hiding something. I fucking knew it. Oh my god. And now it's all but confirmed that she's the killer. So Ari goes off before Yata wakes up to try and handle this herself so that she can prove that she doesn't need protecting. And this last section of the episode is phenomenal. It does an amazing job of setting up and building tension for a great payoff at the end. With Mattea and Ari meeting up at Mattea's hotel and Ari telling Yata and Zenigata, who are now on the way. It sets up this ticking clock where as an audience we wonder what will happen first. Will Pops and Yata arrive, or will things pop off on Ari's end before they can get there? Will they be too late? Will they get there in the nick of time? Will nothing happen and it'll just turn out to be a red herring? There's so many possibilities, it really amps the tension in the scene. And the conversation with Mattea and Ari is brilliant. Talking about the bracelet at first, and Mattea asking other questions about the case, ones that Ari doesn't answer, but some dropping hints that Mattea might know more than she's letting on. And then ultimately Ari mentions Tomoe, and Mattea is very interested in that. All the while throughout the conversation, Ari positions her hand closer and closer to her gun, tightening the tension until it eventually snaps and she draws. But distracting Ari, Mattea disarms her and shows a new side of herself that we've never seen before, a cold-blooded killer. Then we cut to Zenigata and Yata arriving, finding Ari in the hallway bleeding. Yata goes to call an ambulance, and Ari tells Pops that he has to get her voice recorder to Lupin. Then she loses consciousness with Yata calling out her name in a gut-wrenching scream. Is she still alive? Is she dead? I don't know, but we'll have to find out. Not next time, as next time is going to be the Fujiko episode to cap off all the crew's one-off episodes, and probably another one-off after that. Then we'll hopefully get to see what happened. Either way, I'm still excited to see where things go from here, but I also think this Fujiko episode looks really fun, so I can't wait to see it next week, and I hope to see you guys there. This has been CJ from Team Millennium Ninja, headed back to the village, hidden in the internet. #Yari.